Hello and welcome to what hopefully is the first of many golf vlogs on this new channel, or old channel that I've retasked. We're going to start off the first video with my home course. This is a municipal course in the town I live in. It's about 12 to 13 years old now, and this was a premier course when it was new. It's just, they built too much course for this area. Built too nice of a course, and so the support really wasn't there from the local population, and it never really brought in tourists and attracted people to come here. So the course has kind of fallen in a bit of disarray, and it's not in the greatest of conditions. I'll show you some of that when we get out there. But it's still a nice course. I like it. I actually co-hold the course record here with 64, which is my lowest round ever. Doubt I shoot that today, but we'll see how we do. Being as I'm 50 years old now, I'm going to play from the white tees with the rest of the mortals, so I'm not going to back up. I might do that in some other videos, just not today. And let's see how we get on. If you notice a box hanging off my pocket, don't be alarmed. That's just the remote for my caddy, J5. Here, I'll turn the camera so you can see him. There he is. J5 will be lugging all my equipment around and things like that. So let's get underway. This is, I'm not really sure how long this hole is. I'm gonna grab a scorecard at the next tee box. There's a mailbox out there with scorecards, so I can tell you the distances. This thing's saying 385 yards. This is an Apple Watch, so who knows how accurate it is. I don't think it's the greatest as far as distance measuring. And this is one of the tougher holes on the course. You start right off the bat. It's uphill the whole way. We're teeing off a little bit elevated from the fairway, but once you're on the fairway, it's uphill the rest of the way to the green. There's a mound on the right side and bunkers on the left side of the fairway. Bunkers obviously stop your ball. The mound on the right really robs you of distance. So if you can split the fairway, you're going to pick up quite a few extra yards. But there are things out there that'll hamper you. So I'm right in between the two fairway bunkers on the left side, just in the rough, just off the fairway. All right, so we've got about 140 yards to go, 135, 140 yards. Apple Watch is still saying 425. There's some dead spots that it just kind of gets into and it just don't give you a reading. So it still thinks I'm back on the tee box for some reason. I might have made a mistake today. I brought out my old Mizuno blade irons. I haven't hit these in a long time. I'm a bit of a pack rat. I don't throw anything away or tend to sell golf because I've got a collection that's, my wife wishes I'd throw some of that stuff on eBay. These shafts might be a little stiff for me these days, getting a little older. So I think the 5 and 6 iron might hurt me. I probably should have made a combo set, but I think the short iron should be all right. So we got about 135. Looks like the flag is, I can't tell if it's in the front or not. Just go for the middle of the green and see what happens. It's on. I might be a little long. We'll have to check when we get up there. It might be a little bit past the hole. All right, so I've landed about in the middle, but rolled almost to the back. I've marked my ball because I've got a group coming behind me, and I was gonna pull over and let them go through, but they're dilly-dallying, so I'm gonna hurry up and putt, and we'll let them through on the next hole. Hopefully I can get down in 2 here. Sorry for that. I wish I had a cameraman so I wouldn't have to leave the camera over here, go over there and do all that stuff. I don't know, maybe we'll come up with something as we go. Let's go to the next hole. Alright, so while we're waiting for them to get on down the fairway, I figured we'll do a quick walk around of my compadre here. This is J5. He is a Kangaroo Hillcrest Max motorized trolley. I picked this up from a tax refund, and they aren't cheap. This setup runs about $2,400, but it has paid for itself in saving of cart rentals, because I prefer to walk. I like to walk. And it's just got a deep cycle battery there. It will last over 18 holes. I've done about 24 holes out here on this course, which is very hilly. You'll see some of the hills later. Not too shabby. It's very rudimentary. It's not as high-tech as some of the other ones you're going to see out there. I think this basic design's been around since the late 60s, early 70s, something like that. And I've had to change a few of the accessories around. I've put in mounts to mount click gear accessories, because I think click gear's accessories for their carts are very nice, which is that's what I had before I got this. And so now I just was able to move all my accessories over to this thing. I did go for the optional seat, so I got some place to sit down, and the club and ball washer, which is very handy. I like that. This extra bag is just all camera gear and stuff I'm carrying with me. Stuck on there. So that's my buddy. Nicknamed him J5 after was the movie Blank Man, after his Mission J5, off for his misadventures. So let's get these guys out of the way and we will get rolling. Alright, so they are moving on out of the way there. They're out of my range. They're up on the next hill, because this goes downhill and then back uphill. And this is one of them put your money where your mouth is holes. You need about a 300-yard drive to get to the bottom, so I'm going to try to rip this thing. And that's usually when I get in trouble. Anything right of the cart path is in some deep weeds, and that might as well be water. Good luck finding your ball in there, let alone hitting it out. I don't like going in there because that is tick city, and I don't want to end up with Lyme disease or whatnot. Left is the driving range, but there is some weeds down the hill over on the left side. Kind of narrows up down in that about 300-yard range. So hopefully I don't get too out of control on this swing. And if you notice any edits right before I hit, that's due to the Shot Tracer app, so I can keep that segment of video as short as possible. So I have to stop it filming, make a separate video of the hit, then continue filming again. And here comes a lawnmower. We'll let the mower go on through, and then we'll get underway. Alright, hopefully lawnmower's out of range. Do not want to go right here. But usually the harder I swing, the more right I go. Alright, that was ripped. Let's get down there and look at it. I've got, I don't know if this is going to give me a reading or not. It's saying 205. There's the blue stake, so it's probably about 2.8, 2.7, 2.8 range. So I'm going to try to get a three hybrid up over that hill and at least to the front of the green, maybe on. Actually, I might hit a 4 just to be sure I come up a little short, because I don't want to be long. There's no real danger long, but it's sloped away from you if you're coming back. So going towards it, you play it into an upslope, which I would rather face. Played it one club short. Hit a little to the left of the green. Needed to be a little further right to be on the green. But it's tough to get it straight at it. You kind of got to come around at an angle. So that might be all right where I'm at. All right, so I'm not nearly as short as I thought I'd be. I thought I'd be back here a little bit, where just a little past pin high. It came from that direction. And the green kind of slopes away from you that way. So anything coming over that backside, it's tough to stop the ball unless the pin's way down here or something. But where it's at, that would be a tough shot. So it's gonna break a little bit to the right on me. Hopefully we can get it close, make a putt. What am I hearing? 2? All right, let's see what we can do. That's gonna be long. All right, got a long birdie putt now. Well, I'll be disappointed with a par if I miss this. I just went long on that chip. I'm going to leave all the flags in when I putt. The rules currently say you have to take the flag out when you're putting or it's a penalty, but that rule is going to change 2 years. 2019 is when it goes into effect where you can leave the flag in, but I'm going to leave it in for the sake of the viewers so you guys can see where the hole is, basically. Without the flag, you guys will be guessing where it's at. So I'm going to leave it in so you guys can see where everything's at. Alright, par 3 time. This is a 136 yard par 3 on the scorecard, but the flag's in the back, so I think it's playing closer to 150 being in the back. There's a swale kind of or a hump that runs through the center of this green. So you've got a front tier, then a hump, then it goes down to the back, and everything kind of slopes back into the right. So hopefully we can get this close. Hopefully I can find a tee. Freshly mowed tee box. There ain't no tees laying around. Alright. Alright, got over the hump. That should be pretty close. See if it rolled all the way back. Nope, couldn't go 2 in a row. Alright, so that'll be the end of part 1. Stay tuned for part 2 coming up. Hopefully I can keep it up.